I think when you're working, like, I don't know, if I was working in an office long term in a group, I'd hate everyone.
Yes. To be honest, that is just natural though. In your whole, in the whole industry, the styling industry, what are the main barriers that people face trying to get into it?
Budgets? Like, I think, I think the trying to get into it is probably money. I think that's, I don't know, is that the age old tale, you're not getting paid?
Yeah, to be honest.
You're getting paid, or you're getting paid peanuts. And like, when I'm seeing the new Gen Zs come in that don't want to do anything for less than what they deserve, which is absolutely fair dues.
Yeah.
Like, it is probably changing or making people look at the industry in a completely different light, because people are exploitative AF in fashion, like, period. You're not really moving up unless you've done a certain amount of unpaid hours or dedication. But I don't know whether that's in comparison to any creative craft, because most creative crafts go unpaid for quite, and it's much of a passion project and that develops into a business or a career. But when you think of, like, I don't know, the average filmmaker or the average textile designer or the average, like, or fine artist, there's a lot of it's for the love.
100%.
For the love.
100%. Do you feel like networking is all, because, you know, in most creative industries, right, networking is basically your bread and butter, it seems.
It's
obviously,
who you know.
Skill and talent is obviously great, but it's also who you know.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the same in styling?
I think that's it across
I know.
it all. Like, obviously, if it wasn't for my personal relationships of people that I knew growing up in club culture, knowing a lot of people that were actually artists or becoming artists or becoming DJs or becoming presenters, because we're all rolling around in the same little club crew and everyone's the same age and and like, you're calling each other for favors. That's how it kind of, there's a lot of people that are in positions of power, I guess, now. But when I knew them at 18, 19, you know, we was all on the same wavelength at all, you know, and you just kind of, you do remember people who you want to work with. So that's what becomes very insular.
How do you think we change it? Yeah.
I think, firstly, people should always be looking to working with new people.
Okay.
I think fresh eyes, new blood.
I try to avoid sayings that.
Yeah, I was like,
go with bodily fluids.
I was like, sorry. Fresh eyes.
Fresh eyes, fresh human beings. That's the one. Fresh perspectives. Yeah.
It's always good. And also now, as a 33-year-old, I am not, my ear is not to the pulse.
With what, like current
affairs? Some affairs, but some things I don't know, because there's just so much. There's so much to take in. Like, someone else's algorithm is completely different to mine.
So different.
So whatever is being attacked to them, like, is not coming to me. And like, they, like, when I'm working with younger assistants, they obviously have different interests to me, because they're growing up in a completely different time.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting and good, because we need those new influences. Though styling is not a one-man band. You are part of a group. And so it's not just you. It's going to be the hairstylist, it's going to be makeup artist, it's going to be creative director, it's going to be, you know, whatever management's saying, and it's whatever trends is saying, and whatever the brand partner is saying, and It's not just you. So you have to learn to navigate group work to an extent. Not a massive fan of group work.
You're solo rider.
No, I think anyone that's neurodiverse, what I've noticed, is not the greatest fan of group work. I can do it to an extent.
Okay.
And I think when I know the parameters, and most of the time in a group setting, we know the parameters, but we don't work long term in the group. We work dip in and out of the group. I think when you're working, like, I don't know, if I was working in an office long term in a group, I'd hate everyone.
Yes. To be honest, that is just natural though.
Yeah.
It's a type of environment that breeds hostility. Yeah. So I get that.
Yeah. And that's not like, I have worked with amazing people every day, but I think, I don't know, why am I saying this?
You're talking about, I suppose, how your ADHD affects your job.
I don't know. I think I've always seen myself more like a leader.
Okay.
In the least egotistical way. I think I'm more like that, just naturally like that. Like I'll throw my opinion down.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then after I'll be like, maybe not. I don't want the responsibility now. But
there's nothing wrong with that.
I think that's just more my nature. Whereas also I've worked with people that I think are better fit into like a in-house environment.
Okay.
So it just depends. I think I'm just trying shit now.
So you touched on trends earlier, mentioning about obviously working with, I suppose, younger people.
Yeah.
How do you feel about fashion trends? Like, because of, let's say, TikTok, for as an example, a lot of the way people dress is because of trends now. How do you feel about them? And do you subscribe to the trends?
I think, everyone is viewing it from a different point that they're seeing, because now they're like, I don't know, maybe it's down your throat now, or like it's very honed in because of lots of subgenres and micro trends and but trend has always existed. There's always been trend, and it's always been marketed to you, and it's always been advertised to you, and whatever you subscribe to growing up, you were a part of a trend, a movement,
100%.
subculture, scenario, tiny little microcosm somewhere in the world. I'm not mad at trend. Trend's interesting. Trend tells us so much. Trend is history.
This is very true.
Trend is information. Trend is a reflection of what's going on economically, sociologically. Like trend is, there's something very interesting about trend. And I think if you watch it more from that standpoint, you can like observe it and be like, ha ha ha. It's not something, maybe there's trends I'm personally not going to partake in, but
100%.
I'm never going to
some just go over my head.
Trend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay. Also, what I really like is localized trend. So we get a lot less of it now because we're in a cosmopolitan, homogenous Instagram, TikTok. We have access to everything in the world. But if you go to like small places in the world, there'll be localized trends that you will never see on TikTok. But they are living in that city, in that town. Everyone for some reason is wearing this particular trainer or this particular look or has this particular
I suppose we
jewelry.
had it more when we were younger, like in school.
Because it wasn't so interchangeable. Like we didn't have the spotlight on us at all times.
It's actually very true.
Sharing it with the rest of the world. Because now when I'm seeing people in Australia that look exactly like year 9s here.
Don't say that.
And literally talk like year 9s here. I'm like, wow, the internet is crazy. Because it's literally being able to, how you say, like.
Over there. I know what you mean. Far-reaching?
Yeah.
Should be the word?
Yeah. So I think there's something cool. There's something interesting about it.
trends.
Like there's, especially now that we've got TikTok. And also, firstly, someone said on TikTok, I was like, I've never seen anyone in a balloon skirt before. This is such about the balloon skirt trend.
I've had a balloon skirt for years.
I think,
just saying.
like,
I'm just putting it for out there.
I think about wearing that every day.
I think that's normal.
It's so strange how maybe some things are not in people's lifestyles or they're not seeing represented in their area or the people that they frequent. Whereas there'll be some things that we feel like we can't get away from.
It's very true.
Like, for example, like I can't get away from someone with a middle partner scrunchie.
Oh.
No, but maybe because I'm reflecting my trend.
You know what's funny?
Babe, but this is what I wear every day.
You know what? As soon as you said that, I thought, yeah, bare girls have been doing that. Me. Yeah,
that's
me.
Me too.
But you know, I'm new to it.
I've got a scrunchie in my hair, honey.
Yeah, okay, okay.
No, but I'm like, I think we see what we're seeing the trends that 100%. We are imitating, but I'm not seeing necessarily, and that's kind of ties to like meeting other people and seeing, because I'm not seeing what is being directed to them.
I'm not seeing the trends that are happening in the US. I think my like For You page stuff is very, very British. It's very UK girl aesthetic and a couple of offshoots.
Well, I do find it so interesting that the UK girl, like even seeing US people talk about the UK girl and the UK makeup aesthetic or the UK like, and actually there's something very clearly signature to us that I never really.
What do you think it
noticed
is?
Before.
What is it?
But because maybe we're in it. But it's clearly very specific.
And what is it? I feel like I could tell a British girl anywhere. Yeah, honestly, I do. And I think I can tell the difference between an American girl. Definitely. Based on what they're wearing. Definitely. I think English, we do dress.
I don't know, because my friend's girl's American.
And how does she look?
She just kind of looks like
English. Oh, okay.
But she's from New York. And I kind of feel like
fish.
New York.
Let's talk about your specific style.
Okay.
How would you describe it? What do you look for in pieces that when you get dressed in the morning? What's like? So, for example, for me, I like to base my clothes around my bottoms. That's my always thing.
Mine's mood dependent.
Oh, tell us more.
I think it's just on my mood, because there'll be days that I don't want to be seen.
Yes.
And there'll be days I want to be seen, and then there'll be days I want to be like super comfy, like I want my belly to be hanging out, and then there'll be days that I'm like I want to be snatched, and I think I revolve around the personalities of myself.
I like that.
But generally I haven't really looked that different since year 11.
Ain't nothing wrong with that as well.
I'm a B-roll.
Do you find it easy to like siphon a client's personality to the way that they dress?
Yeah, I think maybe that's one of my talents. I can see what you want to do.
Okay.
I can see it.
We've got work right now. I'm your client.
Yeah.
Should we choose an event? Would that be help? Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay, we're going to a movie screening.
But what are we doing?
You're styling me.
Okay, right.
You're styling me. That's okay. No, I don't want to go movie screening. I want to be somewhere a bit more cool. We're going to a brand lunch, makeup, beauty brand
LDN?
lunch. Yep.
Right.
What would you put me in? What kind
of brand?
It is specifically lip gloss brand. Random one.
Gen Z?
Yeah.
Okay.
Young makeup brand.
Young.
What would you put me in? What would be your process?
I think if we're saying like casual London lunch with a young brand, we're gonna keep it to, I feel like, very much to your tones, if you know what I mean. Like
basic.
No, okay, which is cool, but like I didn't make that much effort.
That's what I'm going
because I'm effortless.
Yeah, and lazy and don't know what I'm doing.
But you're just gonna see it as I'm just fucking cool.
Yes.
And that's my favorite type of styling.
Chill
day to day. I love chill day to day. Red carpet, I find everyone gets really stressed.
I was gonna say, what is it like
everyone's
to do
so
red carpet?
Stressed. Everyone is so stressed. Everything's riding on this one event, and you're like, But the lunch, yeah, man, we can do whatever we want.
Keep it chill.
We could keep it chill, but we could take it extra.
I'll be honest with you, I want to be a little bit extra.
We could make it extra, but then we'd put a trainer on.
And that's what I'm talking about. And that's how you work with the client. Because that was a bit of intuition there. Because you knew I wanted to wear trainers to the event. I just could tell that you knew. I love that. So,
like, do we do a massive statement coat for your picture?
Yeah.
And then we take the coat off. And there's something really great under there.
I might hire you.
And maybe it's just like a suit or something, but like a vintage retro suit. Gosh. Not a shit suit.
A good classic.
Double-breasted.
You know me.
Maybe a tie.
Me. I'm into the ties at the minute.
Pinstripe.
Okay. Do you know what? After this, let's have a cheeky chat about what we're wearing to the next event. So obviously you said you've been styling Mahalia a lot.
Yeah.
How do you siphon her energy into the pieces? I think Mahalia is just a wonderful human being.
She is.
And she's just stunning. And the recent clothes I've been seeing you've got her in.
Thanks.
I like it.
Thank you.
So tell me, what is your creative process with her?